Alright, y'all, so let's get into Sun and Virgo. So what is a sun? The sun is how you're consciously aware and how you take action based on that awareness. It is the light that you are able to see with. So at the day that you was born, that's the awareness that you are that's the awareness that you are in. So everybody has different ways of how to go about their awareness and how they take action according to that awareness. So you're able to see yourself with that light if you're into astrology, and other people are able to see you as well with that light. So with the Sun in Virgo, this is consciously aware of being able to be grounded and be practical and be mutable with these senses of how to make sense out of things, and just ground reality. And at the same time, Virgo is all about nurturing, scheduling, routine and pattern. So it likes to nurture and go into routine with its work so it can nurture and flourish its goal or passion or desire. So with the Sun in Virgo, this is a very analytical person. This is a very careful person. This person is always going to be on toes when it comes to building a foundation, nurturing its goals, just being in routine and pattern. You're going to see this person is always going to be all about details, looking at the details. Virgos can be very nervous if they're not on point with what they got going on consciously. So this can make a Virgo trip and fall sometimes if in certain aspects of their life, and just miss key points in the totality of the grand scheme of things if they're only focused on Virgo like stuff, which is not a wrong thing. But sometimes Virgos are too grounded and they don't expand their awareness when it comes to how they actually are. Like, you can tell they're a Virgo for a reason. And it's and astrology is tied to it, and they won't think it's because of astrology. They'll just think, oh, that's just me. Astrology has nothing to do with that. But it's deeper than astrology. These are mentalities and characteristics that people are playing out through seasonal transits, and it's like their awareness and the energy of not giving a fuck is there for them. It's like they don't care, or they just don't believe in it. And it's just unfortunate, because Virgos are grounded and they only care about reality-based things, which is, you're not wrong for playing those energies. You just need to understand this is how it works. This is how the sun is filtering through you, and at the same time, this is what your spirit chose to do. But you need to realize everybody is different. Everybody's playing out different traits, and this is not about pandering about other traits and stuff like that. But I'm trying to make it understand, where Virgos can understand that you're all about building a foundation, and it has to be grounded, it has to make sense. And and you're always in routine and scheduling, so you can build yourself and have something to just stand on when it comes to you and your family or whatever. So when it comes to spontaneous things, just too imaginary, Virgos don't like. Virgos see that as delusional or sometimes creative if they're able to grasp that and bring it into practicality. Pisces is on the opposite of Virgo. Pisces is all about the dream-like reality, imaginations, creativity, illusions and delusions. Virgos is all about being practical and what makes sense, and just having a grounded, stable table to stand on. Pisces don't care about shit like that. They just all over the place. They're in la la land imaginations, which is, that's how they are normally. That's how the energy plays out, the traits. These are mentalities. So that's how, as a sun in Pisces, that's how they're consciously aware of. But for the most part, Virgos can see the delusions and the non-practicality within a Pisces or a Sagittarius. Sagittarius is all about experiencing more than just being practical or thinking about it too much. See, Sagittarius like to experience, so they can feel and see the knowledge. See and feel and experience what they're experiencing, and they can grasp that wisdom of experience and apply that knowledge to themselves. And they see other people, they see how others are doing it as well. But since Sagittarius is all about experiences, being spontaneous and free, Virgos is afraid of things like that. They're not comfortable with that type of way of doing things in reality. So they might see these people as scary to associate with, or not practical to be associated with, depending on alignments and depending on the spirit. But Virgos like to do what makes sense for them. So a lot of times you'll see Virgos in workplaces where they have a good degree within themselves, a good job, and they know how to do the job at the best capabilities that they can. They know how to go to work every day, and they're satisfied with that because they know they're masters of schedule, routine, and nurturing, and just maintaining that status. So this goes with anything, just waking up early, brushing your teeth, fixing the bed, taking care of the kids, or going to school, teaching, practical scheduling, routine shit. That's like the most perfect thing a Virgo can do every time, each time, every day. So that's the energy that they carry for the most part. Virgos are also mutable, and they also communicate very well, whether you have a Mercury in Virgo or not. This will add on to the energy of communication, being aware of how to communicate within a certain percentage level. So you're able to adapt to everybody's, being mutable, you're able to adapt to everybody's way of being practical, and what makes sense, and you can apply it to yourself and add on to that, and you can also help others expand when it comes to practicality, and just nurturing each other's goals. And you can build the foundation with these people. You can learn how to just expand and add routines to certain situations and workplaces or jobs. You Virgos know what I'm talking about. You know how to do things. You know how to be mutable and just see the flaws, and and fix certain trains of thoughts on how to be more practical and help others make more sense when it comes to what they got going on with their jobs or desires or passions. So Virgos are here to help. It's an earth sign. They're grounded just like earth. So right here they have the most power on earth, because earth is made out of the essence of the qualities of the earth signs, the mentalities. These are mentalities from the subconscious realm, and they condense and become hard enough to take shape and form. So that's the realm that they come from subconsciously. So I'm not like I just got deep there, but it will all make sense if you go deep enough for you to make sense of. But all the earth signs, they all have power on earth. They have the most access to making sense of things and being accordant, and just stabilize themselves, and just knowing how to maintain money and material things. So yeah. So Mercury is exalted in Virgo. So Mercury is all about the thinking, the communication, being analytical, looking at the details, logic, and things of that nature. So with Mercury and Virgos, they know how to communicate very well. They know how to think very strategic, and and be very logical and make sense out of things. And the communication will be very crisp and very authentic, and it just seems very natural for them to speak and communicate, because their thinking is the same way. It's just very easy for them to do so. Virgos, they don't communicate things that don't make sense. They internalize things. So for them to communicate, you will only hear a Virgo say things that make sense and what's practical, and they will give out ideas that make sense and what's practical. But with that being said, I guess that's all I have for y'all. Peace.